Dr. Evil back again after a little bit of a hiatus to deal with some family issues. I hope that in the future we won't have too many more issues producing videos and other content for this channel. Right now, you're watching my very first play at Dig, another DLC map. I was a little bit late getting to the party with this one, and this did not really go in my favor, but I thought it was a very interesting gameplay. Here I'm running a silenced 57. So anyway, I just watched the New York Jets get an improbable win over the New England Patriots, or you can call them the New England Belichicks. And I probably wasn't going to mention this game in this video, except for the way the game ended. The way the game started, you know, the Jets came out like barnstormers, scored a quick touchdown. Then, you know, New England was New England. They take a 21-10 lead into the half. So I'm thinking, okay, the Jets are about to get routed by the New England Patriots yet again. And I was about to rage quit, but I don't know. There's just something about it. Just something about me right now. Rage quitting just doesn't feel right. I decided to stick around and watch the game. They get a pick six off of Tom Brady to close within 4. They get a rushing touchdown from Geno Smith to go up by 3, get a field goal, go up 6, give up a field goal, go up 3, and they give up the game-tying field goal at the end of regulation, and they go to overtime. So the New England Patriots, they get the coin toss in their favor. They are moving the ball. They end up having the punt. The Jets get the ball. They move the ball fairly well. They get stuck at around the 40-yard line, and they bring on Nick Folk to kick a 56-yard field goal, which is actually tied for what would have been his career high. He pushes the ball wide left. The ball definitely had enough leg. The ball goes wide left, and you're thinking that's it. But there's a flag on the play. Where is the flag? If you know the New York Jets this year, if a flag is thrown, it's probably against the Jets. So you see a flag is thrown on a field goal. You think that they're going to give up 10 or 15 yards to New England for an eventual New England win, right? Wrong. The flag is on the defense. It turns out that there was a player on the defensive line that lined up behind another member of the defensive line on his team, and he started to push his teammate into the pile. Come to find out, this is the very first year where that's illegal. He gets a 15-yard personal foul penalty. I guess they're calling it, hey, we're trying to be with the safety and whatnot. Gets a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. The Jets run a couple of plays to get the ball towards the middle. Folk kicks a 42-yarder, I believe it ends up being in the end, for an overtime win. I mean, when they first threw the flag, I was like, this got to be bullshit. I just cannot believe that the game ended this way. So, wow. Anyway, on to the topic that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, which is going to be the title of this video, which is, you know, aren't you too old for that? And I'm pretty sure that many of us have heard that from people, you know, be it from girlfriends or parents or so-called friends that will judge you based upon how you choose to entertain yourself. There was an article on arstechnica.com. I'm actually going to link that article in the description, where the author, Andrew Cunningham, he details his love for Pokemon. Now, if anybody remembers, back in the late 90s, there was a huge craze on the Nintendo end of things with Pokemon. I mean, how could you forget? The game, this whole gotta catch 'em all. They had the animes and the toys, and they kept releasing game after game after game, pretty much in the same vein as the games that came before it. But it was so strangely addictive. I mean, even the slogan makes you feel like you're about to go hit up that dealer, you know, to score some narcotics. You know, gotta catch 'em all. You would swear that you were addicted to crack with a headline like that. But at any rate, he details his guilty pleasure for liking Pokemon since the age of 13, and he chronicles all the way until his current age of 27. Now we have the Nintendo 3DS and Pokemon X and Y. And the ironic thing about this is I had a conversation with my buddy Jimmy recently about how he had just purchased a 3DS and was playing, I think he bought both Pokemon X and Y. And, you know, I was starting to think maybe I might want to give this game a try. You know, I hadn't played Pokemon in probably 5 years or so since the DSi was out, and they had, I don't know, it was one of the stupid gold, silver names. I can't recall, but I really, you know, enjoyed the game. And, you know, reading the article, it really felt kind of whimsical. You know, I guess whimsical would be a bad term. I would say nostalgia is the right term. It was a return to the old days where I entertained myself playing Pokemon over the years, and it really got me thinking, you know, I definitely need to get a 3DS and Pokemon. And, you know, just the responses to the article in the comments section, a lot of people telling their stories about how, you know, people have judged them, or they perceive that people would judge them based upon how old they were, and, you know, enjoying a game of that nature. Me being 30 years old, I saw that there were some commenters that were above the age of 30, some above the age of 40, I think one person above the age of 50. And it really caused me to ask myself this question: who determines who's too old to enjoy what? You know, we get the comparisons with WWE wrestling. I'm a big WWE fan. I will be offering some comments on WWE events in the future. But who really, you know, gets to decide what's adult entertainment and what isn't? And if you look at the way that we've been playing Call of Duty since Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, most people got into it then. Not too many people were too into the original CODs. But how many times will you go into a lobby and you hear, oh, you know, you're too old to be here, when the mature rating on the game says 17 plus, when the consoles cost $4 or $5, and at the time of the PS3, $600. What child do you know can afford to get that kind of hardware and to pay $60 for a game? Who says that this method of entertainment only belongs to children when only adults can afford it? So one of the things that I'd like to hear from you guys is, what are your guilty pleasures as far as entertainment is concerned? What do you like to do that somebody would say to you, you know what, you're too old to do this, or you're too whatever to do what? And, you know, it's just so odd that we live in this so-called, you know, post-judgmental society, when many things that people do that don't really hurt anybody, like playing Pokemon or Call of Duty if you're an adult, or any other game or method of entertaining oneself, is judged. You know, what's your guilty pleasure, so to speak, that you don't want your friends to find out that you engage in? I don't know. Call of Duty is my thing. I still like Pokemon, all that stuff. I plan on buying the 3DS after the PS4 is released. I plan on enjoying myself, beating Pokemon again and trying to catch at least half of those 700 some odd Pokemon they have now. Anyway, if you like the entertainment that I tried to bring to you here, there's a like button, the favorite button, and the subscribe button. Thanks for your attention once again, and remember to share your stories in the comments.